Welcome to Sleeping with Sarah. I'm Sarah Albritton, a narcoleptic comedian, and this is a podcast where I interview people in my bed and we talk about sleep, comedy, and relationships. This is my 77th episode, and my first episode after a while because I had to take a little hiatus because I had a big life change. No, I'm not pregnant, thank God. Knock on wood, right? But I actually moved across the country from Chicago to LA and made the big move. And I thankfully was able to do that with a couple other comedians that moved around the same time as me. One of those is this interview, which is an interview with my writing partner, one of my best friends, just an amazing person, hilarious comic, wonderful weirdo, Catherine Povs Povinelli. So I call her Povs, which is Povs, that's her nickname. We did this recording a little while back, so we talk a lot about moving because we were both in the process of moving at the time. She is the co-creator and co-writer of Narcoleptic Girl along with me. She's the co-star. She definitely would not have gotten done without her. She's amazing. So please follow her on Instagram and Twitter at Povs Comedy. That's Povs Comedy. You can catch Povs at the Laugh Girl Riot Fest Friday, June 8th at midnight at the Tao Comedy Studio in LA. And also, please check out our web series. That's the big plug for this one, Narcoleptic Girl. It's SNG web series, and you can check out sngwebseries.com. It's the same thing for Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and Vimeo and all those things. So please check out our silly web series that we put a lot of work into. So those are those plugs. Sleeping with Sarah is brought to you by audible.com. Go to audibletrial.com/sleepingwithsarah to get a free audiobook of your choice. This week, I'd like to recommend 25 Days by Drew Logan. Again, that's audibletrial.com/sleepingwithsarah. If you like the podcast, please rate and review and share it on all the places you listen to podcasts. We're on Spotify now, iHeartRadio, iTunes, of course, and Google Play. And, of course, please follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Sarah Albritton. Well, let's get started with the show. Sleeping with Sarah. Welcome to Sleeping with Sarah. I'm Sarah Albritton. I'm here with my guest and good friend.
And business partner.
And, like, everything else, like, my other half.
Co-creator, co-producer, co-star.
My official wake-up person. Like, she'll come in to my apartment.
Clock.
Catherine Povinelli, or Povs, as she likes to be called.
Hello.
How'd you sleep last night, Povs?
Oh my God, I had the weirdest dream last night.
Oh, what was your dream?
I'm not even lying. This is so odd that this was even a thing. So we would think I'd be sleeping real hard because of the move, but I guess lots of so going through all my stuff, clearly it's bringing up like lots of old memories.
Oh.
So like my entire dream last night was about this guy I used to date in college named Vinny. And like,
Vinny?
I was like in love with Vinny, like hardcore in love with Vinny.
Vinny, I love you.
I know. I've dated like 4 or 5 Vinnies in my lifetime, but that was an old joke Bob used to say. Bob was like, you're dating an Italian when she's had 5 boyfriends named Vinny.
And then the other 4 are named Anthony.
And then the other 4 named Anthony or Tony. But no, I had this dream about Vinny like the entire night, and it was really random and odd, and I have absolutely no idea why that was in my psyche.
Oh, that's weird.
I know, it was so weird. So that's how I slept last night.
Yeah?
Oh, and then the cats woke me up because we have all the boxes all over the apartment right now. So Bug decided to just start, I guess, eating them. And then you just hear, like, scratches and crashes. And so that stopped the Vinny dream.
But I thought, like, cats love boxes. Like, are they just jumping in boxes all the time and trying to fit in them, like, while you're packing?
They do that. They sleep in them a lot.
Do we know why they like boxes?
We have no idea why they like boxes. Goldie likes suitcases as well, and just bags on the floor.
So are you ever worried that you're accidentally going to close one in somewhere?
I have. I've locked Pierre in the refrigerator by accident.
Wait, in the fridge? What were you on?
No, nothing. So when they were, no, audience, I have 3 cats, but I also have a boyfriend. It's cool. So when we got Pierre, she was very curious, one might say.
A curious cat.
A curious cat. And before we had the kittens, like, Goldie's giant. Like, she's not going to surprise us.
Yeah.
So I had the fridge open, like, in the evening, probably like 3 a.m. or something. I was thirsty, so I got the Brita out, like, poured myself a thing of water, and then put the Brita back and, like, closed the fridge and went back to bed. And then all of a sudden, like, in the distance, I just hear, meow, meow, meow. And like my mom ears like shot up and I was like, where are the cats? Where are they? And Greg and I like flipped on all the lights and we're running around the apartment trying to find the cats. We're like, all right, there's Goldie, there's Bug, Pierre, where are you, Pierre? We're opening everything and then finally I'm like, no. And I opened up the fridge and out pops a little kitten.
You're so lucky that you heard that. I'm a heavy sleeper. I would have slept through that meow and I would have woken up to frozen cat the next day.
It wasn't that cold in the refrigerator and cats have lots of fur, so she probably would have been fine ultimately.
Okay, so you're not an abusive cat. It's not the freezer, I guess.
No, it wasn't the freezer. It was just like the refrigerator, but I've had complexes about that ever since. Like anytime the fridge is open, like I have to double check it before I close it to make sure my pet isn't inside it. It's weird, right?
Well, that is a weird thing to have to do.
It's like a weird thing, like OCD thing to make sure your cat isn't in like an appliance.
Well, it's like checking to see if your hair straightener isn't still on, you know? It's like,
right.
But now
I'm checking to make sure the cat's not in the fridge.
Which will be real fun to have to explain to somebody someday. What are you doing? I'm just making sure my cat's not in there.
Povs, why do you keep opening the fridge? I can't find Pierre. I just gotta make sure she's not in the refrigerator, guys.
Oh, man. So the move is crazy, yeah?
It's not crazy so much, it's just a lot.
It's overwhelming.
It's a lot.
And I'm not even moving for like several weeks, but like I am overwhelmed.
You're lucky. Take the time because I was not stupid. I've not moved with another human and 3 animals before, and Greg hasn't left Chicago in like 20 years. So
Whoa.
He has so much stuff. It's insane. Like, we ripped out boxes of, like, his childhood today. And he's like, oh, I don't need this. I'm like, what? Those are little pictures. Keep those.
Oh.
Like, little Greg. But his equipment is what's taking up all the space.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, if I didn't have all of Greg's equipment, we would be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out with photography stuff. So thankfully, my brother is going to come up with a U-Haul and take my mattress and some other stuff, like the box spring and maybe, like, some other things I might not be able to sell,
right.
Or like books and things like that. So at least I've got like a safety net of knowing, hey, if I can't fit this in my car, my brother can take it, and then I can eventually get it to LA.
Exactly. You're not gonna be able to sell a box spring, or you want to keep the box spring?
They want to keep it.
Gotcha.
They just got in. My parents just bought like a house in a condo in Florida.
Oh, nice.
Like
we're taking your bed.
Yeah, no, I already offered the bed to them, and they're like, well, we just closed on the I was like, when were you gonna tell me that? You guys didn't even.
You guys want my bed? I fuck on it all the time.
I interview people on it, and it's probably going to be the one that's in my room, whatever room I'll have in the condo.
That would make sense.
Which means that we can go to Cocoa Beach and stay there.
I would love to go to Cocoa Beach.
And then we can go to Harry Potter World and other things.
Harry Potter World. Harry Potter World. So I do apologize, audience, that I sound rather lackluster, but I love you.
I'm pretty sure people are like, she sounds very energetic, and you're like, this is what she is on a slower day.
I'm like dying slowly. Sarah's like, no, this is Povs when she's like tired. It's different.
It's one of the things I love about you. Your energy, it wakes me up for sure.
I'm just like, I'm dying. Sarah's like, I'm awake now. Hi.
Well, I remember during filming, even when we started to get tired, we did that shakeout, that energy thing to try to wake up.
That was a good time. I enjoyed the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was like a good way to wake up because like those are long days, but fun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was fun. But that wasn't like okay, yeah, we moved a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong, but
we had PAs to do.
We had a lot of crew. We had a lot of different people versus just like me and Greg.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, why so much stuff?
I'm very excited to like try to fit everything I can in my car, and then that's it. And then I'm going to just be like, that's my stuff, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that sounds great.
And it's going to feel so good.
Yeah, for sure. Half the stuff we're getting rid of, we're like, why do we have this? Like, what was it? Like, we had like 2 food scales. I'm like, why do we have 2 food scales? What is the purpose of having this? So it was really good for decluttering, ultimately. I just wish we didn't have to shove everything into a Dodge Caravan now.
Yeah. Yeah, figuring all that is insane.
It'll be Tetris time.
Tetris. And then the cats is insane.
You know what's funny is every single person I talk to about the cats, they're like, oh, when we drove across country, we thought we were going to put the cats in a carrier, but we just let them like run around. Like every single person I've talked to is telling
I would not
me
do that.
No, I wouldn't
have
either.
Leashes or something.
Well, they have harnesses, but they hate them. It's hilarious.
I recently read an article that cats would kill humans if they were bigger.
Greg is convinced that Goldie's trying to kill him because every morning she lays flat on his chest and just stares at him, and like she'll put like her paw on his mouth.
Oh, I wonder if it's because she's been around you longer. Maybe she's like, you're trying to take her from me. Don't.
We actually did have a concept that Goldie was jealous of Greg for a long time. I'm like, my cats are lesbians.
They're
furry lesbians.
Like, don't take her away.
Don't take her away. But then we got the kittens, so now it's all okay. But yeah, no, Goldie easily would probably kill us. Octopuses, I'm convinced, would rule the world if they didn't live in the ocean, because they're almost like smarter than humans or something.
They are. And the fact that they can fit their whole body into like a little circle thing is crazy.
It's
and
awesome.
They have 3 hearts.
That's cool. I like that.
There's a lot of they're very, very smart.
So now we can't eat octopus anymore. Greg told me, he's like, we're not allowed to eat octopus anymore because it's smart. I'm like, can we still eat pigs? Those are smart too. And he's like, yeah, we can still eat pigs.
So there's a certain level of intelligent animal that you're allowed to eat and not.
Well, I think it's we don't get octopus that often. We're not that fancy and rich, clearly, that octopus is a regular on our menu.
Definitely
So,
not.
it's easy enough to avoid. However, we're big fans of, pretty much everything in a pig. So,
I mean, bacon. I think everything tastes better with bacon.
yeah, obviously. So, bacon, ham. Yeah, that's it. I'm like,
Sausage.
Sausage. Yes, sausages. And then, but I for example, I still wouldn't, I've never, pig feet. I don't understand how that's a thing.
Yeah, no.
Also, chitlins, scare me. They scare me. Or the pig nose. I think I've had pig face before. I've had, the cheeks. Don't worry, I wasn't looking at me.
I've had duck tongue. That's probably the weirdest thing I've had.
I had that at a Chinese restaurant
I had that
once.
at Girl and the Goat.
Yeah, they make it good there, actually.
Yeah.
Really
and I was
good.
like, well, I'm going to try this. It's weird, but...
I was actually good at that restaurant. I had it at a Chinese place in New York City once, and it was super gross. Super gross. Duck tongue. No, goose web. Yeah, that's weird, too.
have you had haggis?
I fucking love haggis, dude.
Yeah, it's so good.
My
It's
favorite food.
It's like spicy beef. I don't understand why people are so weird
haggis
about
is
it.
delicious. Ugh, yum. Scotland, haggis, hell yeah. Actually, that probably is my favorite food.
Yeah.
You just can't find it really
You can't find it
that
here.
often in the U.S. So I miss living in England because of that. We used to go, when I went to Brighton in England, my friend Darlene lived not far from a real butcher, an old school butcher.
Yeah.
And whenever I came to visit, she would go get fresh haggis for me.
Oh, that's so great.
I was awesome. I was like, yes.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things we actually originally connected on was that we both love London, and you actually lived there for I did a study abroad for a summer or several months, but we did the same program, just different, right?
Same. You did the summer program.
Yeah.
I did the London program because yours was in Oxford, I believe.
Yeah, British American Drama Academy. But we had some of the same teachers, which was great.
Hey, Bada, holla.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good time. Haggis, delicious. Versus what I eat today. Instant oatmeal and a quesadilla. Now, mind you, the quesadilla sounds appetizing, but there was not enough cheese in it, so it really was just heated up quesadilla, the bread part.
Oh.
Yeah. Exciting. I know. My life is riveting, guys. I normally do a lot of cool shit. Trust me. I'm just really tired right now.
No, that's totally fine. But yeah, so I was gonna ask you. So were you started doing comedy in London? Yeah.
I did. Yeah. No, that's where I started stand up. I did.
But you were doing acting before then.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So how I got into stand up. I've been doing acting most of my life, and so I did my master's program at ALRA, which is the Academy of Live and Recorded Arts in London. And then I graduated, and I was I was running. Yeah, I ran that pub. No, I was working in a pub.
You were running the pub. Come on, you know it. You were running that shit.
I was a fair contributor to how that pub ran. Let's put it that way. And the drama behind it. But so because the pub took up a lot of my time, I don't know. It was weird. I was out late a lot, and because you were out late, you slept in late. And it really took away the energy of me wanting to do auditions. And then I realized, well, comics are out late all the time. And also, I kind of got tired of auditioning for a long time. I'm not lying. It really kind of burnt me out. Because funny enough, I thought I had a niche as an American in London. I'm like, oh, when they want to cast an American, they can cast me. Fun fact, British people, really good at American accents. They're fine.
They are really good.
They don't need us.
I'm actually kind of amazed at Australians and New Zealanders that can pull off a really good American accent.
They don't need us. We're not a niche whatsoever in the United Kingdom. No. Trust me. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm funny. I love hanging out with alcoholics and drug addicts. Let me do comedy. And that's literally how I got started doing stand-up.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. And I had quite a bit of a knack for it, one might say. So I've been doing it ever since.
And how many years is that?
When did I actually? My very first set. Now remember, comedy in England's different because you have to book it a month out. So it's not like an open mic scene in Chicago.
So even if you're just starting out, you have to book something a month out. How do you get booked if you have never done it?
You have friends speak up for you. Like you have to start going to shows and just meeting bookers and like making friends with people and letting them know that you need a shot and they'll give you a chance once you just introduce yourself pretty much.
And then if you don't fuck it up.
Well, even if you're allowed to mess it up, it's stand up, but as long as you're just like a good person, really.
Yeah.
But you have to go out there, you have to meet the bookers, you have to meet the people who run the rooms, and then they'll give you a shot. But so it's not the typical I can go out in one evening and do 4 or 5 mics. It's like if I have 1 mic a night for a week, that's amazing. Like, that's amazing. I remember how excited I was the first time I had 2 mics in one night. Like, that was a big deal out there. To do 2 shows in one evening is a huge deal in the United Kingdom because they're booked so far in advance.
Wow.
When did I start?
No, real quick question about the mic. So then were there actual audience members of the mic since it was so far ahead booked? Or
Usually.
So
I mean, it was a fair combo of comics and real audience. Yeah, no, because it was always done in pubs. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you had the pub patrons.
Yeah.
So that was actually quite nice. Versus some mics in Chicago where it's just all comedians because it's just you're just rotating, the different rooms, which is fine. It's good too. I mean, it makes more sense ultimately to do more mics, in one evening than over the course of a month. But you get to work a tight 5 over the course of time. In London, you get a real good 5 minutes. But I think I started in when did I graduate? 2010. And then I didn't actually do my first set, I think was March or April in 2010. Okay. That was my first set. But, so I guess I started comedy in 2010. I pursued it real hardcore for about 5 years, 10, 11, 12 to 13, 13, 14, 14, 15. Yeah, for about 5 years, I pursued it really hard, and then we started the web series, and that took up too much of my mental capacity, which is fine. It just took up too much of my... because in 2016, we did our web series, I got Greg.
You had a boyfriend.
And I had a full-time job, so, like, all of my spare time for stand-up got sucked out.
Yeah.
Which, again, is not a negative. Good things are happening.
Yeah.
But so I pursued it really hardcore for 5 years. I like to consider the past 2 years I've basically been on a break because I haven't been out consistently.
But you've still been working on comedy. It's not like we're not working on comedy,
No, I can still, if you told me do 5 minutes or 10 minutes right now, I easily could do it.
Yeah.
But I'm just not, when I say doing it.
You mean like doing it like 7 times
like nightly. Like I haven't been doing it nightly. Even just like 4 nights a week I haven't been doing for over 2 years. So that's why I'm excited for LA. Yeah. Because LA I can get back into the swing of things and that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I guess for me it's like this is why I'm single because I was like, I'm glad I have because the nights we weren't working I would go out and do stuff.
Yeah, well I mean obviously like I was building a relationship.
I know. Yeah, relationship and love is important. You're right. I mean like I'm not saying that isn't. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying that
Sarah hates love, guys.
I do.
No love. Hate it. Well, you know me. It's not like I was exactly looking for a relationship.
I know.
It just ended up happening.
It just wham hit you.
I was like thwack. I was like, oh, what? Oh, okay. Sure. Mm-hmm. I guess you're mine now. I guess you're sticking around for a while, which is fine. We love him. He's a good person.
Yes, he is.
We enjoy him.
And he helped out a lot. Like,
yes,
he did the special effects, which was amazing.
Greg was an integral part to the web series.
Yes.
Which was wonderful. Hey, baby.
Shout out.
Hi, babes.
Yeah. How do you feel that it's done?
We're not done.
Well, we're not completely done. It's never done. Nothing's ever done, right?
We have completed the first season.
Yes.
We're not done.
Of course we're not done.
So much more stuff we have to do. It's not even funny. But we have to move first, and then we'll get going again.
Yeah.
We'll kick it back into gear in the very near future, so it'll be fine.
And then you won't have a day job, so we can actually talk during the day and work on stuff.
We will. Well, I'm hoping to get a day job. I know you don't want me to have one, but I do. Because I still want you to make money, yes. I like finances. You know what I'll probably do, honestly, is I'm probably just going to temp for a few months.
Yeah.
Because that way I'm not actually locked into anything, and it's still like consistent paycheck until I'm like, what? Paramount, you want me to work for you? Sweet. Okay. No problem, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think that with doing everything that we did for like the production part, it's like we both know how to like produce now and do these other things that can help us get stuff.
For sure. I don't know if I want to be a producer if I don't have money. That's the funny part. I'm like, if I had a lot of money, I think I would love producing.
But the thing is, sometimes you can produce with other people's money. So it's like, hey, we have this amount of budget. That's what I mean about producing.
Then yeah.
So
that's
like
fine.
Producing it's not our own money. It's
anyone have a $5 million budget, you want to make a movie, more than happy to produce it for you.
Because we were producing on a shoestring and like figuring out how to do everything.
Yeah. Still producing. Not done producing. Still producing. But I actually think I would like to be a showrunner the more I look at stuff.
I would like to.
I feel like this is like my wheelhouse.
I like the show running too. I think that would be very fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically what we did.
Yeah, but like just that.
Yeah, just that. Not being in it too.
Not everything.
Well, I think Alana and Abby from Broad City, I think they basically show run their own show.
That's cool.
And I feel like a lot of people that are like the heads of like it's their creator thing, like they also show run.
All right, well, so maybe we'll ultimately be show running our own show, which is fine. That's okay.
But it's good if it's split between two people. If it's just one person, I think that would be a lot.
Yeah, for sure. P.S. I'm realizing I just clapped earlier. Don't use that for the audio sync. I just clapped out of like pure excitement, and I'm like, uh-oh.
No, it's like I know the difference. It's all right. You can look at it.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. Yeah. I know that clap randomly in the middle of a sentence, probably not for my audio.
That is totally fine.
Probably not for my audio.
But yes, I'm so excited to get warm. Don't fall asleep.
Oh, I can't wait to get warm. I'm not gonna fall asleep. Give me your drugs. Give me all your drugs, Sarah Albritton. You know what's really interesting about getting warm? Yeah, I can't wait to move to California. You have no idea. I've been so sad though. Like work, like really is gonna miss me. My office was not in tears, but they were on the brink for sure. I was like, damn, I didn't know you all appreciated me this much. You could have spoken up a bit more over time.
And like giving you more money or something.
Oh, they wouldn't have known that, but I know how to wield my mighty hammer of Thor now in the financial sector of corporate America, let me tell you. But, what was it? So warm. Oh, yeah, warm. Oh, okay, tangent. My Uber driver over here just moved from California.
Oh, yeah?
He's like, oh, it was blah, blah. He's very nice. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I'm tired. I'm like, I'm moving to Los Angeles. He's like, oh, it's funny. I just moved from Los Angeles. I'm like, oh, well, why did you move to Chicago? He's like, I got really tired of warm weather. Like, because he was like more in the desert. Like, he was like he said he was 75 miles outside of Los Angeles. So I think he was closer to Nevada or Arizona probably. So he's like, I got really tired of like 110 days daily. So he's like, I wanted to move somewhere cold. And I'm like, well, you picked a good spot.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So we're funny. I'm like, we are the complete opposite. We are so tired of being cold. We're definitely going somewhere warm.
I'm very excited.
Los Angeles will be my diet plan.
Well, you also be right by like a park, a canyon where you can walk around and you can just walk up there.
Yeah, and then Kimmy told me there are like mountain lions, so now I don't want to leave the apartment.
Oh my God. There aren't mountain lions in Runyon Canyon Park.
And rattlesnakes.
Maybe rattlesnakes, but there's so many people walking on the paths. It's not like
rattlesnake. If I walk on the path and there's a rattlesnake,
you'll never go hiking again.
Going back to New York. Going back to New York.
I know you've got... I really had a fun time when we were in New York. And
yeah, New York's awesome, dude.
I did. I really liked it. I liked where we were at in terms of Brooklyn and how easy it was to get around. I'm glad I was with people that knew where they were going and where things were.
Yeah.
Like,
you'll have a real experience when you go with me.
That's what I'm
saying. Is like, you're not going to have a touristy experience. It's going to be like, oh, okay, let's go to brunch at this place that no one would know about unless you lived in that area.
Oh, yeah, it was an English pub.
Oh,
that was very
best
fun.
Choice. Good job, Molly.
Yeah.
Love ya.
And that was really fun. I had a blast at our show, too. That was fun.
Yeah.
Seeing all the fact that we got to have all these Chicago comics that were in New York now, like, on there was awesome.
Yeah, it was lovely. It's so nice. This is something I really do quite love. This is one major blessing about moving to Chicago is everyone eventually moves out of Chicago. And so many of our friends are now on both coasts that regardless of what city we go to,
we'll know people.
I know people in New York anyways, but you know what I mean? Like, we can go and you'll know your friends are there.
Yeah.
Which is what's really cool.
And what's awesome is that they're fucking killing it. Like, you look at people that are like, a few, like, what, 2 years ago, Josh Johnson was like working at a Trader Joe's in Chicago. And did
he work at TJ's?
Yeah, he did.
I did not know that.
He totally did. He had jokes about it, I think. And
I love TJ's.
And now he's written on the Tonight Show. Now he's writing for the Daily Show.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm glad for him. I want to see his Netflix special when it comes out. He was the number one person that everyone was like, oh, they were all great, but that kid, like, when is his special coming out? I'm like, soon, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're all so good. I'm like, I know. That's why they're our friends.
And it just makes me happy that so many people are doing, like, awesome things and, like, it's coming up.
Well, people are happy for us. People keep congratulating us, going, damn, you did it.
But it's more like, oh, it still doesn't feel done, but thank you.
Yeah, no. Not 100% complete. We got to get the marketing aspect down somehow.
Yes. So more people watch it. Yes.
Yes. I am not like, okay, this is hilarious. So HR told me in my office not to write a goodbye email. I don't know. My office is strange. I don't know why, but they're like, don't write a goodbye email to everyone with your forwarding information. I was like, what? I'm not allowed to tell people who I've been stuck with for 5 years, Monday through Friday, for more than 8 hours, where I'm going to be moving forward. No, screw you, HR. What are you going to do? Fire me? I already quit. So in my farewell letter, I gave all the links to our web series. I literally said, hey, shameless promotion. Watch this web series. If everything goes according to plan, it'll be on network television in the next few years. So hopefully we're going to have a lot more hits in the near future, because at least the people 100 people plus now have that information in the financial sector of middle America. So
that's funny.
We'll see if that happens.
That's funny. Yeah. That is bullshit to be like, hey, you can't tell people.
Don't tell people where you're going. Have no emotion ever. All right, robot people. We're good.
Not happening.
No robot people.
Yeah, I think, the corporate America life. I'm so glad that
I'm writing a spec about this, by the way.
Yay!
Did I tell you? I don't think I've told you this. I'm writing a spec about my experience with this company. Yay. It's generic, though. Don't worry, company, if you're listening. It's not about you specifically. It's just about things that occurred in said company.
I love it!
So it's going to be a horror TV show.
Oh, I love it. Like a horror. Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what would it... It's very fresh. But, horror TV, TV show or movie. I haven't decided yet, but it's called Admin.
I like it. Admin.
It's called Admin. And lots of people die. So...
Oh, it's all... I love it. Yeah, it sounds fun.
It's I'm stoked. You have no idea. It's going to be interesting. It's a big switch from what we've been doing. So... Yeah. It'll be interesting. I don't even know if I can do it yet, but we'll find out. Hey. I'm being influenced by Greg.
But that's how you have to do, like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think habits, like, I don't know if we can do this, but we're going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you find out, you figure it out along the way. You don't have to be an expert filmmaker. Like, we're filmmakers now, but we didn't go to film school.
We all went to film school. I'm like, no, we're geniuses.
Yeah. Oh, let them think we're geniuses? Yes.
Or actually, we didn't go to film school and we're geniuses.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We didn't do any of it. Yeah, thank you, crew.
I know, but seriously.
Thank you, crew.
I think part of it is just, like, finding the people that know what they're doing, and that can do
Thank you, Facebook, for helping us find people who know what they're doing.
I know. Part of me hates Facebook, but I'm like, Facebook's where you get gigs. It's where you find people to help stuff. It's where you sell your...
Facebook is fine. Facebook is totally fine as long as you understand what it is. If you are one of those people who just use it because you actually think this is going to define you and how you're liked in the world, then you have a problem. But if you understand that it's a social media tool where it's like, oh, I can network and get jobs and find people who I need to work for me on here, it's great. Oh, I can also offend people from time to time with my political views? Perfect.
Mm-hmm. As long as you understand that, I guess. And it's not like painting the perfect picture of, like, your perfect life and all that bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then, of course, when I do see that, I just know it's all fraudulent.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's a lie.
I like seeing that, yeah.
I'm like, no.
This, I love my wife post about your anniversary is a little too long.
Break up a week later. Yeah. I'm like, that doesn't seem right to me. I was like, oh, yep, they're getting divorced.
Yeah.
So, c'est la vie.
Yeah, I just feel like the technology is, like, too much sometimes. I don't know.
I'm impressed that you're saying that. You're the one who keeps telling me to do all the social stuff.
Well, we're trying to we gotta do it. We have to learn it and we have to do it. And it's frustrating as it's part of the job. It's part of the world.
I can't wait to be in the desert where I'm not going to have reception for a while.
Oh my God.
So, P.S., I'll let you know when I'm going to the desert. So you're not like, why can't I find Pops?
Where is she?
She's in Sedona. There's no reception. Okay. There's no reception.
Oh, the desert. Yeah, what I like is that it'll be so close to all these other cool places you can go.
I'm so excited. It's going to be a good adventure. It's going to be wonderful. As soon as we figure out what to do with Greg's equipment. I'm just like,
Yeah.
It would be perfect if, I'm sorry, random people, you're listening to me bitch about, like, moving, but if we didn't have guitars, keyboards, and, like, audio mixing equipment, it'd be fine. It'd be totally fine.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. And he downsized significantly. So it's not like he's taking everything. He went from, like, 10 guitars to 3.
Oh.
So
why do you need 10 guitars?
You don't. He didn't even play half of them. So he just had them. Because he's been here for like 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
People like give him stuff.
People, you just accumulate so much stuff. And I think that's one thing I dislike about America. It's just like we're so consumer driven that we just have so much stuff.
Just get stuff.
That we don't
had
need.
Like a garlic thing in the kitchen, which, mind you, was a gift from my friend Annie Choi. Hi, Annie. Love you. Adore you. She gave me this garlic thing from like Williams and Sonoma that you like put the garlic in and you twist it. And it's supposed to get like the peel of the garlic off. But now you can just buy pre-chopped garlic.
Yeah.
So
it's like, why do
I need this piece of plastic? And on top of that, I would check my mailbox. Fun fact, if you're going to send me snail mail, I only check it maybe once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But just all this advertising for shit I don't need.
It's like, don't need it.
Or did I ask for? I'm like, this is why we have something the size of Texas floating around in the Pacific. Like, people just are given shit that they don't actually need, and it's a giant waste.
Well, I think just like our world in the States at least is all like consumer driven. The reason TV shows make money are because of commercials, and commercials are to sell people stuff, and like it's all like a big cycle. Like, hey, you got to buy this.
Wentworth 8776 now. That's been on all day today, JG Wentworth.
Oh my gosh.
Not gonna miss those advertisements.
I don't know. I wish that we weren't so stuff driven. Like, you have to buy this, you have to buy. I feel like we're just bombarded with ads of like all these things we have to buy or feel like we need to.
I'm having a renaissance right now, as I think you will as well with your move, that although I am, strangely enough, because I'm a woman, I think it's just what happens sometimes, I have all of these clothes, but I was going through everything and I'm like, I got rid of a lot. But I'm also like, I don't really like these clothes. But then I was like, no. Stop. These clothes are fine. They've been fine for years. You're just, like, falling into societal stereotypes that you need new ones. I'm like, this blazer does not define me. Like, it's a blazer. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
See, I'm more about, because I've got so many things, it's like, I'm like, like, which ones do I like? Which ones bring me joy? That whole thing of that book.
That whole book.
That magical, lifetime magic of...
Does this corkscrew bring me joy?
Well, I mean, it helps, it helps decrease the stuff.
Well, you know what we realized? Here's what's funny, is we had 3 coffee pots, but only 1 coffee maker. And we realized that the reason why we have so much stuff is for 2 things. Greg's reason for hoarding is because he doesn't want to break something and then not have something to replace it with. So we constantly have stuff because we're like, oh, well, what if that breaks? Then we have this. Great. So we have
a backup plan for your stuff?
Dude, we had 2 backup coffee pots. Like... in case
you guys really need coffee in the morning.
We really
Clearly,
need coffee.
I don't.
No, Greg, I had a fight. We had a full-out fight about the coffee maker. Because, like, we consolidated our whole kitchen into one small box. We did really good on the kitchen. Like, we didn't need a lot of stuff. It's in one small box. Really good. But coffee maker doesn't fit. So I was like, well, we're still taking this. And Greg's like, yeah, we could just get a coffee maker right away. I'm like, fuck you. Coffee maker's coming. I'm not going to wake up in the morning and not have coffee or I'm not going to go to Starbucks. We're on a budget now. We're unemployed. I'm not paying $5 for a cup of coffee when we have a coffee maker that's perfectly fine with a timer that I love that we are bringing with us. And he's like, but it doesn't fit. Fuck, it doesn't fit. I don't care. The coffee maker's coming. Get rid of your speakers. So we need coffee in the morning. I'm not going to wake up one morning and then take a trip to Bed Bath & Beyond to replace my coffee maker before having my coffee.
So to function in the morning, you really need coffee.
Usually with whiskey, but yes.
Yes.
So we have morning beers too.
Yeah.
We have morning beer.
Yeah.
Do you have morning beer?
No.
Morning beer. So usually we wake up and we have a cup of coffee, but if the coffee's not doing it, we'll have a beer.
See, I wake up, take my medicine, wait until it kicks in.
True.
And then I wake up.
Now, if I was on your medicine, I might not need coffee.
Yes.
Yes. In fact, I know I don't when I'm on your medicine.
And that is definitely one of the biggest pet peeves I have. You know this, that when people are like, oh yeah, just take more coffee or set more alarms or blah, blah, blah.
It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Have you ever had any, like, I don't think I've asked you this. Have you ever had any, like, sleep paralysis or anything like that in your dreams or any weird stuff with your sleep stuff?
Not my dreams. Sleep paralysis? No, I don't think so. Greg, again, I've been with him for like 48 hours straight, which is why he clearly is the main narrative of my interview today. He did, though, from depression. He said he was woken up and was so depressed he couldn't move.
Oh.
But that's different. No, I've never had any of that before. I've had dreams that were so vivid that I was terrified they really were real. In alternate universes, like the upside down stuff. I've had dreams like that where I thought things were very real and that even though I was awake, they're still existing. But
and have you ever had one where you were like a different person other than yourself in the dream?
No, I've always been myself in a dream, but it's always been like an omniscient presence, I feel. I'm often in the dream, but I guess I always see. I'm in the dream, but then I also can see what's happening. It's odd.
And have you ever done like the lucid dreaming where you can have control over it?
No.
Oh, you haven't?
I don't think that's the thing I possess.
Oh, no, I think that there are actually people, some people are really obsessed with it. They'll do like exercises before they go to sleep to try to lucid dream.
Okay, explain this.
Lucid dream is where you're aware that you're dreaming and then you get to do a bunch of cool stuff like fly or have a bunch of sex.
Oh, I have never done that. Nor did I know that is a thing.
Oh, yeah, it's so fun. So it's like where you try to train your brain so then you realize you're in a dream but you don't wake up so you can still be in a dream playing around doing all the fun stuff you want to go do.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I definitely don't know how to do that.
No, but sometimes it just happens. And then some people, like, I've seen documentaries about some people, like, really try to chase that lucid. So they, like, use different things to get themselves in the right mindset to lucid dream. Like, they train themselves to be able to lucid dream.
Huh, interesting. You know what? This is going to sound very odd, but I don't like dreaming. I prefer to just sort of, like, black out and then wake up and feel relaxed.
Explains your drinking.
Yeah, explains the large level of alcoholism.
Just kidding. No.
No, it's just I prefer to just knock myself out and then wake up only because, like, oftentimes when I dream, they're not pleasant. So, like, I don't particularly enjoy my dream stage. So, because they're usually, like, freaky things, like werewolves chasing me or... I told you the dream about the wildebeest. I think I've told you this. Yeah, the bloody wildebeest from The Lion King. Like, I've had some weird dreams and I'm like, this doesn't need to be in my psyche or my memory. So I often, I am fascinated with the brain, though. I do want to know what parts of our brain we're not using and what would happen if we could, like, access it.
Well,
That'd be really cool.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I totally believe in, like, telekinesis and telepathy. I believe that those people just have, like, access to a different part of their brain and can do it.
I don't believe in people who can do it now, but...
No, I'm not sure, like, I mean, I'm not sure if I've actually seen... I believe that it is possible, I guess I'll say that. I believe that it is possible to be able, if we were able to access more of our brain, to be able to, like, move things with our mind or, you know, read people's minds or other things.
Maybe reading minds. I don't know about moving things, only because that would require a certain wavelength of energy that I don't know if would actually come from our brain. Because you have to somehow move the matter. I don't know.
You're
scientists,
really sciencey.
Yeah, I'm like, scientists, please confirm. Please confirm. Oh, you want to hear something cool that I learned recently?
What?
So apparently, and this is a broad statement. Watch, there's only one, but apparently the reason why Futurama is such an awesome show is because a lot of the writers all had like mathematics and engineering degrees and like medical degrees at one point. So like, the science rooted in the show, although ridiculous, actually is drawing from, like, real instances.
Oh, really?
Which is why you can watch it and be, like, find it slightly plausible sometimes and enjoyable. Because I was watching it the other day and I was like, there's no way any of this is real. And, of course, Greg is like, actually, they all have degrees in mathematics, engineering, and medicine. Which is why Zoidberg is such a wonderful character.
That's so interesting.
I love that show.
Well, it's also like writing what you know and, you know.
Well, yeah, and as soon as you told me that, I was watching the episodes, and all of the episodes are, like, science-based. That was totally you.
Yeah, that was totally me. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I mean, that's almost like, it's weird. It's kind of like... It almost sounded like you're like a fart. Whose was it? It was me. It was totally me. It was totally my phone.
That was you. That was all your phone. Are we doing a phone fart?
It's a phone fart.
Phone fart.
Phone fart.
Phone fart.
Making sure my phone's not gonna fart again.
Phone.
I'm turning off the phone fart. I'm putting in the
phone fart. Shut down. Shut down. Phone fart.
Here's a thing. So I was thinking about Shark Tank. Would you have a Shark Tank pitch or something that you would get, like...
Oh, man.
Like, because I would love to see you on Shark Tank. I think that would be hilarious.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man, if I did, I don't think I want to say it on here. I don't want anyone stealing my Shark Tank pitch.
Ooh, okay. Who would you want to do a deal with, then?
Ooh, I would want to do a deal with... this is terrible. I love Shark Tank, as you know, but I don't watch it enough that I actually know their names. Mm-hmm. I'd probably want to do a deal with the young woman who's on it.
Yeah,
because she seems to be... Lori. I'd want to do a deal with Lori, because she seems to be super picky, and I like her aura. She's always super positive. And I don't know. I just liked her. Like, I like the image she gives off. I like that whatever she probably does pick probably is quite successful because she's so picky about it.
Yeah.
So if she did pick me, I'd really want to. Ooh, what would I do? They already have wine for cats, as we know. I'm sure it would be feline-based in some regard.
Yeah.
What would I do?
Cat-based. That's interesting.
Cat-based.
Cat-based by cat.
Cat-based by Povs Cat.
I was trying to think of something for, like, and, like, because I always go, I don't know if anybody else does this, but after I take a shower or something, I have a bad habit of, like, going back into bed, like, laying back in bed. So I was trying to think of some sort of, like, mattress or some sort of, like, sheet cover for a bed or something that would be weighted.
I just had an image come in my mind of, like a metal door just clamps over your bed so you can't get back into it. Like whole, like, gate just goes over it.
That's hilarious. I would actually want, like, something where if there's any weight back down, if there's, like, then it would, like, the alarm would go back off if you, like, try to lay back down within 2 minutes, 2 hours or something.
See, I can't get back into the bed after I take a shower because it either A, wakes me up, or B, I'm wet, so I don't want to, like, get into the bed.
Well, I dry myself off, I put my robe on and put my hair in a towel, and then I jump back into bed.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I don't want to get. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't do that. Actually, I don't do that.
It's comfortable.
I'm probably
going
to I'm probably going to make coffee. Is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh God, what would I?
It's a hard question. It's okay. It's a hard question.
I don't know. I haven't thought of anything I needed to invent recently. That's why. I am quite often taken aback by things that are invented that seem so simplistic. And then I go, why didn't I think about that? That's amazing. Like the cup onesie or a, like, koozie for a beer. But,
well, you know what? I just wish that there was a way, and I know this is impossible, but do you ever watch Sword in the Stone, the cartoon?
The Disney one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know how he, like, does a thing and he packs everything in his little bag?
Yeah.
I just wish you could do that. Like,
like a Mary Poppins bag. Well, yeah, I mean, moving a lot easier, and I'd stop talking about it if we had that ability. God, what would I mass produce? I don't know. Let me get back to you on that one.
It's okay. I know
Next time we do this, I'm going to have something for Shark Tank pitching.
Yeah. I just threw that at you, so I was like...
But I'm not good at Shark Tank. I know you think it'd be fun to watch me, but I'm not good at it. Because every time you notice we've watched this, like, people come on, I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. That's awesome. And then they, like, rip the people apart, and I'm like... Never mind. Clearly it's a bad business model. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be a VC then. Like, investing in other people's stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd probably come up with, like, alcoholic food in some capacity.
Why don't we have that?
Weed food. Well, we do, but usually when you cook it, like rum cake and stuff, all the alcohol burns out. So you have the flavor, but you don't have the actual booze. I'm thinking, like, how do I get it boozy still? Boozy cake.
Boozy cake.
Boozy cupcakes. Oh my God. Boozy cupcakes by Cat.
There it is.
We go.
Boozy cupcakes.
By Cat, and they look like cats. They're boozy cupcake cats.
Have you always had cats?
Oh yeah. Cat family through and through.
So you never had dogs?
Nah.
No.
Nah. My sister's oddly converted, but the rest of the family thinks that's weird.
See, we're dogs. I mean, we had a couple cats growing up. One lived for 21 years.
Yeah, cats live a long time.
It's just a big commitment, you know?
They're so cute. They're so fuzzy and stinky.
But they hate you. Cats hate you.
No, they don't. Cats love you. Goldie might try to kill us.
They love you, but they try to kill you. See, that's what I mean.
They're so cute. I love them. They're my little lions in my living room. Meow, 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 meow. I need a margarita. I'm getting a margarita after this.
You are?
Yeah, it's because Greg and I are exhausted. So it's like, Margarita.
Margarita time.
Margarita. Oscars are tonight.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes.
I haven't even watched a lot of the movies, so...
Okay, here's the thing. I need to watch this stupid water movie by Benicio del Toro now. Because it's nominated for all the awards, yet everyone keeps saying, why is it nominated for all of the awards? So I really want to watch it and get my own opinion about this movie. What is it? Taste like water, feel of water, fucking the water. I don't know. Something. I'm sure there's fish sex in this at some point, which is interesting to me because
I haven't seen it. I don't know what it's about.
Splash was also on earlier today, so it's all about fish sex today. Splash, good movie.
Dolphins do have sex with pleasure.
They do. They're porpoises, though, right?
Dolphins?
Mammals?
Yeah.
Orcas are porpoises. That's a fun fact. Killer whales aren't actually whales.
Our minds are going all over the place today.
We're tired. This is what happens.
No, when I'm tired, usually like, Sarah, wake up!
When you're tired, it's either Sarah, wake up, or I just let you sleep so I can do some stuff I need to do.
Yeah, I remember one time, it was one of the early times that we had met for a writing meeting, and I fell asleep during a meeting, and, like, I guess we had, like, Well, I mean,
the sticky note?
Yeah, she left a sticky note on my forehead. And what did it say? I'll see you later, enjoy your nap or something. And it had like a
I know, I think it said something along... I wasn't on your forehead because that would have woken you up. I think I just put it like on your chest or something, but it just said, you fell asleep. Well, we were almost done anyway.
Yeah,
so
we
like,
were.
You fell asleep. I'll talk to you tomorrow. That's what it said.
One thing I love is that you...
So you're sleepy too.
One thing I love is that I feel like you understand the narcolepsy more than most people. Like
I try. I'm still learning, as we've discovered. Like, I didn't realize forgetting stuff was such a major issue for you. Like, I didn't realize that was such a thing.
People within call it brain fog, and like that's a big problem with me. Like remembering people's names or like a short term thing. I probably repeat stuff on the podcast. I don't know. Like, there's just a bunch of things.
You're good. No, but I honestly, I'm sorry I'm not looking at you. It's just because the microphone's here. But, like, I genuinely didn't realize that afflicted you as much as you say it does. And apparently in the narcolepsy community, because I really just thought you were really terrible at remembering shit. And I was like, why isn't she remembering?
Did you think I was just like a big stoner and like I couldn't remember shit?
No, but I do wonder why you smoke weed half the time. Because to me, because it affects you differently. So weed it knocks me right out, or makes me super paranoid. We're realizing that that's what sativa does to me. So apparently I'm an indica girl. But it knocks me straight out versus apparently with you, it wakes you up.
Well, it calms me. Well, it has two things.
It does calm you.
It calms me down because I'm on uppers. Because I'm on uppers, and so it calms me down. Because otherwise, like, the way your mind works when you're on uppers is like you do become more like anxious, more quick to be emotional or angry or whatever. You get
aggressive for sure.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like it's this drug that makes you this way, and it's like a lot of trying to balance that in my brain and trying to like don't put those vibes out there, and weed just makes that easier.
Yeah, no,
to filter that.
I think that's smart for you. I think weed really does help you in that capacity, but because it makes sense. I know what it's like to be hocked up on amphetamines. But for fun, and how aggressive I'll get in that instance. So, like, to have to mediate it and manage it every day, I'd be like, whoa.
Well, that's way better than just being sleepy all the time. Oh my gosh, I am. I don't think I've yawned this much on my podcast before.
Honestly, well, it's funny that you say that because obviously, like, narcolepsy is something you genuinely deal with. But for me, like, my favorite thing is to go to sleep. I'm just like, I love sleep so much.
I do enjoy sleep, but I think if I get too much of it, I kind of get mad at myself. I'm like, I've slept the day away, or I've wasted the day, or blah. Because I can be asleep and, like, let's say it's like 9 a.m. My alarm's going off. I turn my alarm, and then I go back to sleep, and it feels like I slept for 2 seconds, and it's 11:30. And then
PM?
A.M.
Oh, God.
But it's like 2.5 hours has gone by.
Oh, that's fine.
But then I get like mad. I'm like, well, that's 2.5 hours. I could have been working. I could have been working stuff. I could have been packing.
Yeah, is it like
I could have been
Saturday?
writing.
Like, you could sleep until 11:30 on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's fine. But it's just like, for me, I feel like I've wasted a lot of time already sleeping in my life. And so it's like, I want to accomplish a lot and do a lot.
Fair. I like to sleep.
Yeah.
I like to sleep, but I guess I wake up, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to stay awake and all that. It's just like, but that's, I think, why, I was just thinking about this. I think the reason why it's really important for me to pursue and try to make what I love doing my job is because I have to be interested enough in something and be excited about it to stay awake and do it like 50 hours a week or whatever.
To actually wake up. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
it's like any office job I've had that I haven't been into, like, it was really easy for me to fall asleep. It wasn't like, like,
It's really easy for everyone else to fall asleep there, too, I assure you.
Yeah, but it's like even more, and...
But Sarah has like an extra gauge. She's like, hey, guys, I'm about to do what everyone else wants to do right now.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's not even that. It's more like my body will not let me do anymore, and I just like literally hand on the keys, head down. It just happens, and then I wake up and there's a Word document with a ZX in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say mass email the entire company, like just a butt dial. Ultimately, that'd be funny.
Yeah, but it is I think it is a weird thing. Like, I feel like but the times, like, I was so surprised. Actually, I thought I only took 2 naps during our production, but I realized I took 3. I took a nap 3 of the days instead of the 4.
Oh, okay.
Because Debbie had a picture of me sleeping on one of the other days.
Oh, or you were just laying down. I don't remember, but...
I don't know. But the thing was that, like, those were long days, but because I was on my feet doing something I really enjoyed, I was able to, like, stay awake. And so I think that as long as I can find stuff and also when I'm interacting with people, I'm on my feet, it's not like I'm going to fall asleep on stand-up, like, on stage during stand-up.
You will fall asleep on stage during stand-up. Don't say that.
What? Why?
You have cataplexy.
Well, no, I no.
You can. It is never plausible.
Okay, I've been acting since I was a child, too. Even at the height of it, I was performing on stage. I had plays I was in,
Yours
and
is my new goal now.
And I never had a cataplexy. I never had a cataplexy.
God,
It's like why you don't
bothering
sneeze on stage. Your body knows you're being watched.
Oh, I never even noticed about the sneeze thing.
How you've been performing since you were a child, like on stage, right? Have you ever sneezed on stage ever?
Not that I can recall. Yeah, no, probably not.
Because your body knows you're being watched. It's that, and then the mixture of that and the adrenaline. You know, I feel like I've never done it. Maybe it will. Maybe I will someday, but I don't think so.
Life goal, sneeze on stage.
Life goal, sneeze on stage.
Life goal, sneeze on stage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sex pineapple. I want an image
of a sex pineapple.
Of a sex pineapple.
We have a weird thing about pineapples and sex, guys. We don't. To be clear, we do not have sex with pineapples. We do not condone sex with pineapples, but.
I don't know. I feel like sex with a pineapple is more condone-worthy than with some other things. So,
well, yeah. I mean,
so it's fine.
It's just really spiky on the outside, and you feel like it'd be uncomfortable.
You know what? I'm not anti-sex with pineapple. I'm not anti-sex with pineapple.
Okay, yes. This is a sex-positive podcast.
It is a sex-positive podcast, and anyone who's listening who enjoys sexy pineapples, you know what? Game on, sir. But I really want... Our company is one step below, and so we obviously have a very specific logo. But we both realized we both really like pineapples and sex, so we keep joking about sex pineapples. And now I just really want that to be our logo, even though our company is called One Step Below.
Well, we could have a different...
Could it be a sex pineapple for our logo?
No, we could have a different, I don't know.
One Step Below sex pineapple.
The logo doesn't, it could just be our own shit.
It could just be a pineapple with like a bra on.
Or what we could do is just
That'd be awesome. How awesome would that be? Just like a pineapple with a bra.
Or it could be a mannequin, but instead of a head, it's a pineapple. No, you don't like that as much?
I like a mannequin.
Mannequin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the idea of a pineapple smoking a cigarette with a bra. I like the idea of a physical pineapple.
So maybe if we have another, I don't know how that works with production company. Maybe if we have another like entity or something, we make it sex pineapple. That could be fun.
Can't we just change our logo? One step below, sex pineapple.
I like our logo though.
I do like our logo. Abby did a wonderful job on our logo. No, our logo is great. It's just funny because I'm currently very obsessed with sex pineapples apparently. So if anyone draws me a sex pineapple, interpret it as you will. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I just want to see what one would look like. I clearly am making it a very tangible thing, again, as a physical pineapple smoking a cigarette wearing a bra, but I would like to see some interpretations of a sex pineapple.
That would be fun.
I would enjoy that.
Oh, man. The one thing I am going to miss about living in Chicago is so easy to do like little road trips and stuff because we've been to like Louisville, we've been to Nashville, we've done some things like it's easy to get around to these smaller cities, which is fun.
It's that's funny. That's one reason why I'm excited to leave. It's nice. It's nice that we can get around the Midwest here because it's very central. Which oh my God, I did the math recently. So it's basically 6 hours from New York City to London, which I did quite a bit. So it's, crossing the Atlantic. And I realized it's 6 hours from Los Angeles to New York City. It's a 6-hour flight. Our country is about the same exact flight time as the Atlantic Ocean, which I think is very interesting. So, of course, my parents have already said they're never coming to visit me. They're like, oh, it's too far away.
Really? Ever?
Like, God damn it, Mom and Dad.
My parents can't wait. They're like, because they don't like to visit when it's cold. So they're like, yeah, we'll come visit you.
My parents hate flying. So, apparently Chicago was okay, but California is too far away.
Oh, that's silly.
I'm like, all right, Mom and Dad. Fair.
More excuses to go to New York. And New York is fun.
Yeah.
I want to go to New York in the summer. I haven't been to New York in the summer since I was
you don't really
11
want to go
or
in the
12.
summer.
I want to go when it's warm.
Hot.
The thing is, the last times I've gone have been November, December, and February.
Go in the fall. Go in September.
Okay.
Do September. You don't want to go. The humidity is killer.
I'm fine with humidity. I'm from Kentucky. I'm fine.
Face
I'm fine.
In the subway, girl, please. You don't want to do that. Your face will melt off. You're going to smell dead rats. I mean, I love it because, again, that's my homeland.
I was talking to somebody the other day that has a rat phobia. Oh. She's a huge rat phobia, and she's like, I
love rats.
You love rats?
I actually want a pet rat.
You have too many pets.
No, we're going to get a pig and an owl We want an axolotl, but apparently they're illegal.
What's an axolotl?
It's a really cool salamander lizard thing that has like pink tentacles, so it looks like it has pink hair.
Wait, this makes no sense. Wait. First of all,
axolotls are really cute.
No. This makes no sense because we rewrote a scene in the series because you were afraid of lizards.
Yes, but we didn't have an axolotl. We didn't.
Okay, so let's explain this to the people that don't know. So we have a scene in episode 6 where Povs' character has an animal, and then I come in and we have jokes about it. The series ended up being a turtle, but originally we wanted a spider, but we couldn't find someone that had like a tarantula. Mm-hmm. And then we talked about lizard. We had
Isn't this cute? Look at this.
We had written. Wait, hold on.
Cute that is.
We had written a bunch of stuff about lizards. We had a whole punchline, a whole thing about what was it? Oh, what's a lizard parking lot thing?
Oh, a lot lizard.
Lot lizard. We had jokes about lot lizards. We had like great little punchlines for this joke. And so I take her, I was like, oh, we could get like a little like gecko or a little newt. So I take her to the pet store and we look at it and she puts her face right up to the glass and then a gecko the little lizard jumps in her face. She's like, no, it's like a tiny dragon. If you saw that in person.
This is adorable.
No, you'd be freaked out in person.
This is underwater. It doesn't jump at you. It lives underwater. It's like a fish. Look how that's an ugly one. Hold on. Look at this.
See,
look, it's got hair like me.
I think you would be freaked out.
It's like my daughter. It's got pink hair.
When did you start with the pink hair?
2015. It was gray before that, and then I dyed it when I went to Ibiza.
Why? Just for...
This is raver culture.
Yeah.
So I wanted bright hair for a bright place and lots of clubbing.
Yeah.
And that's already dyed. It's already kind of like... I put yellow in it this time, but it's already kind of faded. I gotta figure out... I'll fix it when I get to Cali. I'll figure out what I'm doing. But, I'm gonna lose weight, and then I need you to do my headshots.
I will do the headshots.
Glorious.
Yes. So I feel like another thing we were both very kind of nerdy. We watched like the Harry Potter and Game of Thrones and all these things.
Girl, I'm not nerdy.
We're nerdy. We're nerdy in that way. You can be nerdy.
I'm not nerdy. I am just very secure with my things I enjoy.
Okay, that's a good way to put it. Okay, fine.
I'm just like, I very much enjoy Harry Potter
and Game of Thrones.
Do I sit in a room locked all the time, closed by myself? No.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to think
Is that what you think of nerds?
No, I was thinking of, what am I thinking of? An old stereotype, a very old stereotype. All right, well, my brain's tired. Forget that one. There's a really old stereotype about... nerds like when we were little. All right, my brain's done.
It's okay.
My brain's gone.
That is totally fine.
But I love Harry Potter.
Yes. Me too.
I do love Harry Potter. Harry Potter's awesome. X-Men's awesome.
And you watched X-Men, yeah, as a kid.
I watched X-Men as a kid all the time. I love that show. That was like my favorite show, hands down.
Oh, wait, here's a question I want to ask.
That's why my hair was gray. I wanted to look like Rogue for a long time.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So here's the question I wanted to ask you. If you could have any personal superpower, what would you have?
Ooh, I love this question. I've thought about it long and hard. My personal superpower is to multiply.
Ooh.
Yeah, is to multiply. But
so how would it work? Would one person control everybody? Like, I guess that's my question about the
yeah, you can.
Is it like multiplicity?
You can get into the nitty gritty of it. Clearly, there's a set. Like the main me is the one that can spawn them all off. But I mean, I haven't thought that in depth of it. My guess is that the others either A would do what I want them to do, or B they are sentient enough that they would know what they need to do, and then poof, go away when they're done.
Oh.
But just to multiply for, like, spur of the moment if I needed things. Like, say, I would literally multiply into other versions of myself to get shit done. Ah. Does that make sense?
It's a very productive way.
I'm a very productive... Yes, I love to say that my superpower would be to multiply.
Interesting.
What's yours?
Oh, I like the idea of being able to like, travel through time and space, like, really quickly, you know?
Cool.
So, like, I could either... like, if I wanted to go to New York right now, I could just snap my fingers and go to New York.
Gotcha.
Like,
so time traveler.
Time
traveler
and space.
So space travel. Okay, that's where we're going.
Space and travel. So the thing is that I could also, like, bending space and time together. So, like, I would also be able to, if, let's say, I needed to get something done, I could bend time so that way I had 10 hours instead of 1 hour to get something done.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's cool.
I think that would...
No, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, bending time.
So,
fuck yeah.
So then I could also get things done that way, but then also be able to travel anywhere, you know.
I like the idea that, like, if I had to run an errand, but I was still working, I would just send another version of myself to go run the errand. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why I love that stuff.
Yeah. But what about, like, other things? Like, people thinking... Like, what if one of the other ones wanted to go up on stage and do, like, a show as you? Like, would you have a problem with that? With your multiple
No,
person?
because it's me. It's just another version of me. So I guess it wouldn't be the main.
But what if she said something that fucked something up?
It's just me. It's just another version of me. My guess is that I probably can see... I don't know how this would fully work. I haven't done enough research into it, obviously.
We should talk to the writers of Futurama and see if they can...
Oh my God. Matt Groening.
Yeah.
Theories on multiplicity or multiplying. Give them to me.
Actually, we could write a fun movie about that. About you multiplying and...
Multiplying? Well, I think they already did that with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but this would be...
Number 4 was my favorite.
Oh my God, a copy of a copy.
A copy of a copy. I like pizza. Pizza. She gave me pizza. I love that movie. I need to rewatch that movie.
We should. Oh my God. Dude, we actually need to start because you and I kind of famously have not watched some well-known movies for some reason.
Sophie's Choice.
Yeah. So
maybe because it's super depressing.
Yeah. So we had never back in November we went to see a talk that Sir Patrick Stewart gave at the Chicago International, which I happened to fall asleep during part of.
That was funny.
Which shows how much the narcolepsy is real because I love Patrick Stewart and I can't believe I fell asleep during part of this.
Yeah, he was really awesome.
But also his voice is super soothing.
Oh, God, I love his voice. I'm like, Patrick, I need him to do some audiobooks. Oh, my God, mister.
I bet he has some audiobooks that he's audio done.
I need to find those.
But anyways, super soothing, and I fell asleep during part, not for very long, I fell asleep for like 10 minutes. But then we were sitting next to Johnny, who was our assistant.
Johnny just kept pointing at you.
He was like, I don't know, do I wake her up? What do I do? You're like, wake her up.
I'm just like, wake her up, Johnny. And he's just like, what do we do? I'm like, she's sleeping.
But he talked about how he had, on his flight to Chicago, he had watched, they had Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, Shawshank, yeah.
And his whole thing was, because I watched that film again, and films still have such an impact, and by the time I got off the plane, I was not the same person as when I got on.
He's talking about how art impacts humans.
Yeah. And so then we decided, because neither Povs nor I had watched Shawshank Redemption, so we both watched it that night. And there's a bunch of things that we haven't watched before. You know?
Oh, yeah. Plenty.
Like plenty of movies, like Shawshank. I haven't seen Silence of the Lambs. I don't know if you have.
I have. I read the book first, so it kind of took the enjoyment out of the movie, believe it or not. But I should rewatch that one. I haven't seen it for a while. I love Anthony Hopkins. What are, like, some key ones that I have? I feel like I haven't seen a lot, only because I started going out so much I stopped watching movies. But now... because we're going to live in Los Angeles, it's going to be a job to watch movies. That's awesome.
Oh my God, I want that job, yes.
You need to see I, Tonya. That movie's awesome. I can't wait to see if that swipes up tonight or not. I'm stoked about that. What are some... Okay, you know what? I won't know what key movies I haven't seen until, like, someone told me.
Okay, what about...
Does that make sense?
Have you seen, let's see, Schindler's List?
Yes, I have seen that one.
Okay, Sophie's Choice.
We haven't seen that one. See, it's hard if someone's not here like listing movies. It's tricky to say which ones I have and haven't seen.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but there are like some definite prominent ones that I have not seen.
There are some hardcore ones that when we come up in discussion, we're both like, "How have we not seen this?"
I know. We need to just start watching these movies and
because you know what, the really famous ones are usually super depressing.
I know.
So it's like
why do the Oscars love depressing movies?
Ooh, here's a movie you should see that I tried to get Greg to watch, but he wasn't interested. You need to see The Goodbye Girl. It's the first time, well, it's when Richard Dreyfuss won his Academy Award, but it was the first time a male lead won for a comedy.
Really?
It was 1977, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I don't know why. What do you think? Why do you think the Oscars just don't like? They don't like
happiness.
Don't really,
I have no
comedy.
idea.
Yeah, because I think like comedy is tough to do.
Well, let's reinvent that shit.
Yeah, let's make a thing that's.
We need to make a comedy that is.
Well, actually,
Best Picture of the Year, Oscar worthy. There's a life goal right there.
Oh my God! Now
that'd be awesome. That's awesome. Someone tell me a comedy that won Best Picture of the Year, and if it hasn't happened, we're gonna make that shit happen.
All right, I love your enthusiasm.
There's gotta be enough social commentary in it for people to want to watch it, like a funny version of Get Out. Like I don't know.
Well, Get Out was actually categorized as a comedy for the Golden Globes.
But it's not a comedy.
Weird. Even though, like, I love Lil Rel and how he brought the comic feel to it. His character, he played the police guy. talked about movies and a bunch of fun stuff, cats moving. Our minds have been all over the place, but it's been fantastic.
Ooh, let's do another one of these when we're both in LA. So it can be like LA update. We're physically
this
here.
Is going to be great because the last one, which I'm not sure if I'm going to post yet, depending on if I can fix the audio. We were drunk.
I think the last one you should post to just be like, but post it after this one and be like, here's what happens when we're drunk, apparently, because audio was all over the place on that bad boy.
Yeah. That was not good. So this is why this is a backup one. Another one. So yeah, actually what I could just do is anytime I don't have time to have another guest, I'll just do an interview, a podcast with you, and we can either talk about movies or whatever. And
Sweet. Well, no, I've had to wait 2 effing years to be on this damn podcast because Sarah's like, no, you can't be on my podcast until we release the web series. Well, the web series is released.
I know.
Now I can be on the podcast.
I was trying to be strategic about it.
Well, look how that worked out. No.
Okay. Anyways, so as you know, at the end of my podcast, I always ask people what your dreams are and dreams and goals in the future, because we talked about dreams and our sleep earlier. So,
correct.
What are your dreams?
Well, I think we just established I'm going to create a comedic best picture of the year, and that's going to wipe out. That's going to be amazing. So that's one.
That's one. Okay.
That's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie.
That's a really great dream.
I'm really excited about that dream that we just established here. And then, maybe a more realistic dream is when we get to LA, actually getting that producing or showrunner job.
Yeah.
Like, getting our show picked up and having us actually show run it. I mean,
or getting a manager or something,
manager is tangible. We can actually do that. Hi.
Hey, managers.
But I want to, in my farewell email I wasn't supposed to write in my company, I want them to actually have to see it on network television. So that'd be great. Those are good dreams, but I feel like they're attainable, and we're going to attain them. So the dream that I really have to aim for is that comedy best picture of the year.
I love that. That's pretty awesome. I love that.
That's pretty awesome.
I love that. Any other life dreams overall?
Oh, and then my fruit hut. You know about my fruit hut.
Yes. Talk about your fruit hut.
Sarah and I had arguments over my fruit hut.
So wait.
When I say arguments, I mean Sarah didn't understand that the reason why my dream was to have a fruit hut on a tropical island was because I already was incredibly successful.
So this is after you get the Oscar.
You've already got the Oscar.
You've already got EGOT. You forgot EGOT.
Oh, I got my EGOT. Oh man.
Yeah. Wait.
I want an EGOT. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I need an EGOT, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I'm gonna get an EGOT.
No, here's how you do it. Okay.
Well, Tony, we have to have a comedy album, right?
No. Tony would be a live performance.
Yeah, so that can be a comedy album.
That could be the Grammy too. The Grammy could be a comedy album.
So Tony or
Grammy could be live
comedy performance. Okay. Oscar is gonna be for the best picture of the year. It's gonna be a comedy. And then
Emmy TV.
Oh, our Super Narcoleptic Girl. There we go. Perfect. Oh, EGOT. Haha, I thought there was a fifth. So yeah, EGOT. EGOT, I think, is the most attainable. So she got angry about my fruit hut because in my fruit hut scenario / dream, I already had my EGOT.
And I didn't understand she had her EGOT.
She did not understand.
I was just like, you just want to go to have a fruit hut?
Sarah didn't read my brain in that particular instance and understand that living on the tropical island was post-EGOT situation.
So after you get an EGOT, you want to live on a tropical island where you have a fruit hut and you sell sex pineapples.
Oh my God, yes, and mangoes. 6 pineapples, mangoes, and starfruit.
That sounds like a good dream.
Yeah, that's an awesome dream. And I'll just have my EGOTs on the fruit stand, holding down the signs.
And Greg can just be playing ukulele on the side.
He'll be selling artwork. Mm-hmm. He's already excited about that.
Well, thank you so much for doing the podcast.
It's been a pleasure, madam.
Again, a little bit more sober this time. And we always say good night, everybody. So good night.
All right, good night.
Thanks for listening to Sleeping with Sarah, where I slept with Catherine Povs Povinelli. Be sure to follow Povs at Povs Comedy, Povs Comedy, on Instagram and Twitter, and check her out at Tao Comedy Studio on June 8th at midnight. Please remember to subscribe and rate and review on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and SoundCloud. We're brought to you by Audible.com. Please go to audibletrial.com/sleepingwithsarah. I'm releasing a new podcast each week. Be sure to tune in to find out who I have in bed with me next. Thanks to Josh Bryant for the music. You can find out more on sleepingwithsarah.com. And please follow me on Twitter at Sarah Albritton. Until next time, good night.